Ladies and gentlemen, episode 97. Am I in heaven of the Luke and Lewis show? Back at it again. Woo! Welcome, Luke. Welcome,
mate,
listeners.
thank you
Welcome,
very much.
viewers.
And welcome Jazz's brother,
Yeah.
Jeremiah, who's mowing the lawns
Yeah.
outside the garage.
Now, boys, we've needed this done for months, and he messaged me. He said, "Hey, I could do it I could do it today, or I could do it on Friday." And I thought, well, look, I've missed the energy of the warehouse for so long that I thought, nah, mate, come today.
You asshole.
So I just thought that, sometimes we need to remind the listeners where we came from,
Yeah.
remind each other.
It's good to be back to our roots of
Yeah.
you can hear shit. It's not hardstyle music, but it is a very loud lawnmower.
Yeah,
It's stopped now.
I mean, if he starts farting, it's just like old times.
All he's going to do is yell at you through a tin wall, which is
Yeah.
perfect because there's a garage roller door there.
Yeah, so I've organised that for today's episode. So if you guys are listening,
Thank you very much.
throw
mate.
back. That's all right.
That's some great producing work.
Yeah.
It's not often do people get a brief look behind the scenes at some of the effort that goes into this show, but just so you guys know, we do our best to fuck the experience for you guys.
Yeah, this was intentional.
Lewis went out of his way to make this podcast worse.
Yeah, that's right. Now, speaking of terrible things, there's only 20 socks left. Thank fuck.
Yes.
The podcast is actually improving. That's why I got the lawnmower in. With every sock sold, the podcast gets a little bit better. I had to bring it back down to speed.
Yeah, we're going to have to, hire someone with a fucking fire alarm to come in next week once all the socks are gone.
I know. Then they are going to be gone. They might even be gone by the end of before this episode even comes out. Because they're selling now. You may have noticed the Mega Peg is still here, so it's still up for grabs. That is actually going to be lumped in with all of the previous 150 socks that have sold.
So don't worry, if you've already bought, you still may be in contention to get the Mega Peg.
Yeah, it's not like the
Obviously-
last person gets it. It's just someone of the last 170 is going to get it. We're just chucking it in the pile. Whoever gets it, gets it.
And most shows would reward early people with the good thing. We don't do that. We reward the people who procrastinate and leave buying the socks to the last minute.
Yeah, of
because that's the vibe of the show.
Yeah.
If you got them in early, if you got these before we even started Buy Sock, then really, why did you actually get the sock?
I like that that's our marketing slogan. We were initially all right, let's make cool socks and then do a cool marketing campaign. Yep. Instead, we made terrible socks. We're like, well, we got to change the marketing plan now. We need a terrible marketing plan.
I think the campaign was we gave up.
Yeah.
And we are just like, just buy the fucking socks.
The
That'd be
campaign
great
was
if Nike came out with just fucking get it. Instead of just
I mean,
do
it's
it.
kind of our slogan. Let's
just
do
buy it.
Just buy it, you pig. You know you don't need it. Just get it.
Yeah.
That's good. Buy socks.
It's like instead of finger licking good, KFC just go with eat it, cunt.
Yeah. And that's much more honest. I think that's what we went at, a really honest slogan. It was buy it, please. Oh, there goes
You know,
lawnmower.
it's so loud.
Yeah. I did think this would be a nice addition to episode 97.
When you're, sorry, I keep saying your brother. When you you do have a brother, but Arthur's not here.
Yeah.
When Jazz's brother rocked up, I was like, oh, he must just be popping around to say hi. And then I saw him just go, vroom, vroom, and I was like, this is fucked. Why did he do this today?
You know what else killed him?
There's grass right outside there.
Yeah, he'll
It's
be coming closer in a
so
minute.
loud.
Yeah, in fact, I actually told him he was doing the front because he knew we were recording. I said, no, we're about to start. Can you come and do the back? And he's like, what do you mean? That'll be really loud. I said, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, no, the thing is we have no respect for our audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, or ourselves, apparently.
Yeah.
Or our employees who have to put up with this shit. You invite people to your house
Ruben's
and you
fuming.
go, don't worry. You go, don't worry, boys. It's all right. We'll have a lawnmower going the whole day when you're trying to work.
You know what's also funny? You're not... Keelan just mentioned you're not supposed to mow the lawn when it's really wet. So he's also going to do probably a bad job.
Yeah, because it could also fuck the mower.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. That's
Why does it fuck the mower?
Because
It clogs
the
up.
grass is wet and
Oh.
it clogs up. Think about dry glass.
Sucked in.
Yeah. It all clamps together,
Yeah.
and it'll get in the motor and shit.
Oh, true.
Awesome.
Not my mower, though, is it? Not my mower. It
you
is
know
my
nothing.
podcast.
Have you ever mowed a lawn?
Yeah, I used to do it when I was a kid.
Okay, because I just
$5 mow the lawn.
you don't know much about life.
No.
Like everyone kind of knows, like, yeah, you don't mow the lawn when it's wet or
Yeah.
dewy because of that reason.
Yeah.
Okay, and you just were like, fuck it, let's ruin our podcast.
Yeah, I've broken the cardinal rule of mowing and podcasting. Mowing, don't mow when it's wet. Podcasting, don't mow while you're podcasting.
Yes. Now, Lewis.
Yeah.
Oh, Keelan just put his hand up. That was so
Is,
polite.
Yes?
He went,
Serious? Maybe we should actually wait until he's finished because it is a little bit too obnoxious.
we can't wait. We have shit to do. What
I
have you
can hear
done?
it going ear to ear like.
Hey, stop now.
Let's have a little listen back.
Okay. I mean, people, before we stop, people are used to this show being shit.
Was it as bad as the hard style?
I would turn off if I was listening.
What about we just turn off your mics? Because they pick up a lot of.
That's probably actually true.
Do a bit of
So,
noise
bye,
reduction.
boys.
Oh, but I was
Um,
just about to talk to Ruben.
Well, that's right. Ruben can yell.
It's all right. It's not
How's
on
that?
at the
So you
moment.
can't hear the mow at all.
He did briefly turn it off. Which one are you, Ruben? Oh, you're
Oh,
four.
Ruben's
Okay.
4. Yeah.
Ruben,
Yes.
on the way here, we were discussing some stuff. It came up in conversation that you just said, "Oh, by the way, I don't know if you know this, but I never wear deodorant."
Yeah.
And I said,
Really?
this is odd." And I said, "Now I think Lewis will not." I said, "That's weird."
Yeah.
Right? I go, "This is weird."
Bye, Ruben. Yeah, he's far away. It's all right.
I said, "This is weird." And what was your reasoning for it?
My reasoning for it is that I've detected over years of experience that I don't smell much when I sweat. So there's really no need for it. And
Now, I've never noticed it,
yeah.
which kind of is point one to you because
Thank you.
I didn't realize that you don't wear deodorant. I think this is weird, but I said the one person in the team who will agree with you, Lewis Spears.
I also do not wear deodorant.
Yeah?
That's fucking insane.
Different reason.
Yeah.
Why don't you
I
wear one?
don't sweat.
You
I
don't
very,
sweat?
very rarely sweat.
Yeah, I don't sweat much either, but do you smell?
No. I don't think so. Do I smell?
Not at the moment.
Yeah.
You have smelled.
you're
I've
sitting-
smelt you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've smelled before.
You reckon?
Not
But
bad. Huh?
Bad enough to wear deodorant every day or just on a hot day? I'll wear it on a real hot day.
You should wear it in summer. Everyone, period, should wear
summer,
it in
summer doesn't count.
I haven't worn deodorant in like a year and a half.
Actually,
That's crazy.
the only time I wore deodorant regularly was on that regional tour. And that was only
Well, yeah, that's
because...
because you're living in close quarters with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Also, Zach gave you shit because you weren't wearing deodorant, and then
No, I
Zach
think-
forced you to go to Woolies and buy it.
Yeah, but that wasn't
is- that did
necessary.
happen.
Was that because I smelled or because he just wanted me to wear it?
He just kept calling you a grub.
Yeah.
He'd call all of us grubs.
I think he just...
When in reality, Zach is the biggest grub of them
Oh,
all.
absolutely. I think he just noticed that I wasn't wearing deodorant and then assumed that I would smell and then made me wear it. But I don't think it made
You
much
wear
of a
deodorant,
difference.
right?
Yeah, the only time I haven't worn deodorant.
Why are you laughing?
recently-
Guys,
All of last week I didn't wear deodorant.
guys are fucking
Whoa.
disgusting.
Just because I thought, like, no one said anything, so I just.
How hard is it to
See
come
how
out
long
the
I can
shower
go.
in the morning and go, tss, tss, and then just continue your life?
But
Well,
that
it's not
brings
necessary.
up another
What if it's
question.
not necessary?
Yeah.
That brings up another question.
lazy are
Spray
you?
Or roll on. I
Spray.
only ever use roll on.
No, roll on, but you better make sure that no one else is using it. Spray, I feel like, is less effective.
Roll
Spray
on
goes
is
away
a
when you
thing that
spray.
you use on school camps. Come on, grow up. Get some,
I did
get
it
some
like 10
spray
minutes
up
ago.
here.
I just rolled
Now-
some on.
Boys, this actually, I didn't know you were going to bring this up, but this fits nicely into what I was going to bring to the show.
Yeah.
We
You were
just,
going
we
to...
just turned...
Sorry,
See you
guys.
later. See you,
We're just
Ruben.
turning
Sorry
them
about that.
down because the lawnmower is right
Yeah.
outside of the
Is
room.
that better, Keelan? Now, no? Well, we're trying our best. Guys, maybe this wasn't the funniest idea. It was fun. But you have to admit, it was funny in the first 2 minutes of the show, and now we got 50 minutes. No. Yeah, Ruben's
it
putting the
that
headphones
bad?
on to have a listen.
For so bad for the audio listeners. Not only have we stopped
But Keelan
content
is-
to figure this out, but
Keelan is notorious for not knowing if he's hearing stuff through the headphones or in his own ears. Because remember we did a sound test to see if Ruben's mic was on?
Ruben's still listening. It's stopped.
Yeah, it's actually quite hard to tell.
No, it's not, because if you turn the volume all the way up,
Yeah.
I just had it.
now that the mower has stopped, can you go back to here so I can check it?
That's going
Do we have to
pause the
pause it?
recording.
We can't do that. We can't pause. This is a no pause podcast.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that.
Never paused before on the show.
The only thing that we can do
That's a
is
lie.
we
We have done
send.
it before.
The only
From
thing we
now
can,
on, this is a no pause podcast.
I agree.
No, I don't like that rule.
That's
Well,
a great rule.
For episode 97, no pause podcast.
All right, he's on.
Okay,
He's back on. Sorry, guys. Now,
Sorry, just a bit of
usually
technical
we do
difficulty.
the sound test before the show.
Yeah, but the mower wasn't on then. He started
Yeah,
exactly at the
okay.
time.
Is it bad?
It's persistent.
It's persistent. Okay, what if I turn you off? How about that? Is that better? Oh, turn it back on. Yeah.
And then back
Turn it
down.
off. No difference. Okay. Well, what if I just slowly turn all of us off? That's good.
That actually fixes the problem.
That fixes the
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
Okay, so if we just turn it all off,
Yeah.
is that better? What if we're all just at half volume? Is that better? That's a lot better. What if I'm
I think we need to make a call.
What
here
if
and-
I'm at full and then Luke's at half? Just as like should we just test that for the rest of the show,
Yes.
Luke?
You're a little bit further away from the,
Yeah.
so maybe that's good.
Okay, so
Maybe
we
we just-
so because Luke's closer to the mower, so why don't we just turn
Well,
Luke off?
Why don't we just have Lewis and then we can just do
Yeah.
Spearhead Sunday?
Sorry, we're just doing sound test.
Hey, okay, I don't want to be that guy, but
Yeah.
maybe. Oh, he's just stopped again. Never
Oh,
mind.
okay. Well,
not
then
worry
that's
about
no worries.
But if he starts again,
Yeah,
I think Keelan needs to go out and tell him to stop.
yeah, because this is a no pause podcast.
Yeah. We're not going to pause it. We're not pausing it. I'd rather have my mic off than pause this fucking podcast.
Should we do a preemptive strike then before it comes back on?
Yeah, maybe go out and tell him now to not turn it back on.
Well, that's good for bumping the camera as well, Sheila. Thanks for doing that. Yeah, you did.
Just tell him like, oh,
But
I mean, what?
why
We'll be
don't
like,
you just fix the angle. This is a no pause podcast.
just tell him we'll be like 40 minutes.
Yep,
He's back
Oh,
on
it's
again.
it's back on again.
Should I wait?
Yeah, it's too late now.
So what are you
He
going
started
to do?
again.
It's crazy to me that this is one of the most popular podcasts in the country.
Yeah.
It blows my mind
Well,
that
I
we
would
sit
say-
here and just talk about fucking nothing.
I would say that, and I think the world would agree, there is no other podcast that would do this.
It
in the
is
world.
unique.
Potentially for good reason, but also
Yeah.
this might be the only
Yeah.
reason people are here.
You never hear Joe Rogan's wife's brother just, mowing the lawns at the studio
Well, I think
because he does his show out of a studio.
yeah, he does.
Yeah,
as
and
do
what are
I.
we in?
A studio.
No,
a garage that was converted to a studio.
It was in a garage, and you can
Hey, stop dead naming my studio.
you can hear that it's a
Studio.
garage
Yeah,
just
look,
by the
it's a
fact.
well ventilated studio.
Okay, well, so you're saying it's definitely a studio.
Yeah.
Okay, this was some audio from Spearhead Sundays this week.
Feel like I'm contributing more screaming about dicks in a fucking garage. Come on,
So
man.
you admitted,
Don't do that to me. Don't use
Don't
my
do
own
it to
words
yourself.
against me. That's not me.
mate.
That's
People
edited.
send me this shit. You go, I play this on the show.
Oh,
He's calling it- Apparently, he called it a garage 2 more times throughout the episode.
Fuck, I've been betrayed. Look,
Yeah.
the reason why I can call it a garage is because I'm being open and honest about my transition history.
Okay.
Okay. You know, but for other people to call it a garage, that's dead naming my studio, and that's bigoted.
Yeah. Okay. Right. I don't want to be a bigot.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
that's good.
2020. Okay. Nah, fuck it. I'm a bigot. It's a garage. Cancel Luke.
But yeah, that brings me what you were talking about with Ruben, the BO situation. I've been having a fight for the last 4 days with Jasmine because our house is fine, but our bedroom stinks. At
So
the
one
moment.
of you gets
And-
sweaty when they sleep.
I think it's her. She thinks it's me. We keep having this battle. Now, some would think prime suspect would be the male,
Also, the male who doesn't wear deodorant.
but she doesn't wear deodorant either.
What the fuck is wrong with you people?
No, but it's you sleep.
am
You wear
I
deodorant
weird?
to bed?
No, but like
You do?
sometimes, like if I have a shower
Stinky
at night, it depends when I have a shower. But it's like it's supposed to last 24 hours. I know
So
deodorant
hang on.
doesn't.
Wait. What you're saying here, Luke, is that it's both of us?
Yes. Am I the weird one? I would love to, like, I'm
I
going to read
think
the sound
that-
off section to see if I'm off. Is it weird to wear deodorant? I didn't think it
No,
was
it's
weird.
not weird. I think that only
I
Some
thought everyone
people
did it.
need to wear it.
I thought
It's a
everyone
big
wore
number.
it. I just wear it because I just wear it. Like, it's just hygiene. I'm like, oh, I'll just put it on because it's like brush my teeth, put on deodorant.
I bet this guy washes his hands after he wheezes too.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot. That's a myth.
You are disgusting. I can't believe I work with you guys. I really thought Keelan would be on my side
I'm
here
absolutely
as
on your side.
arguably the sweatiest member of the team.
Yeah, I would say Keelan's there, yeah.
yeah.
I wear deodorant every day.
Yeah, exactly. I just thought you'd have my back here, and then you come in with, I didn't wear it all last week.
But I don't, even when I go to the gym, I don't sweat unless I'm doing hard cardio. So I just like,
Is not wearing deodorant something like when you don't wash your hair for 3 weeks, your hair just starts cleaning itself?
maybe.
You know how that's a thing? So
You
if
think your armpits just start self-cleaning?
I feel like that's not true
stop
though.
smelling?
Dude,
No,
it's
it
such
is
a
true.
hot area. It's a hot spot, man.
Oh, I'll look it up.
Well,
It's
I
like,
have a question for Keelan. What does Phoebe think about it?
She goes, "You're disgusting. Put deodorant on."
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. See, the reason
I'm
I
Now
Phoebe.
Jazz never says that to me.
yeah, because she doesn't wear deodorant, so she's
No, but
you're both
the
disgusting.
reason. So I said to her yesterday, "You stink. I think it's you. This room smells like you," because she sweats at night. She's a nighttime sweater, not during the day, but at nighttime. I don't know what she's doing in her dream, going for a run. She gets sweaty.
Okay.
I don't.
That's really weird. So when you're active during the day, not sweat, and then when you're completely still,
Yeah.
you're like, whoa, your body just gets it all out.
Yeah, she's one of those animals that like get in bed and crank the heater, and I go,
Oh.
"Turn it off. We're in bed."
I
And she
s-
goes, "No, it's cold." I'm like, "That's why we're in bed. You'll warm up."
I open the window in winter.
Yes.
I'm a savage. I fucking want as cold as possible,
It's
so then
so
I can
much-
get snuggly.
It's so much better when it's cold
Yeah.
outside the bed and warm inside the bed.
Ooh,
That's
yeah.
better. If it's warm everywhere, why are you in bed?
yeah.
Useless.
Sleep on the floor. you
After 30 days of not using deodorant, your body neutralizes the smell of your body odor.
No way.
Oh.
Man,
Why
me
does
and
deodorant
Ruben, we're
stop
backed
that-
by science. What are you guys
Why
doing,
does
you
deodorant
stinky animals?
stop that cycle or
Why
that
do you
process?
stink then?
Okay, I'll look that up.
Really?
Because that's like I
Because,
understand.
okay, why do you stink?
Yeah.
Because you don't wear deodorant.
No, but I understand why your hair would stop cleaning itself because the body doesn't want to be dirty. But why does the body?
I don't know, because back in the
Smell.
day they didn't have deodorant, but back in the day they also used to like do smelling stuff like lavender and different types
Yeah.
of washing things to make them smell good.
Now I will wear cologne. I like a bit of cologne.
That's
I
I think
will
how it
rock
came
that.
up in the car. I
Yeah.
bought up a cologne and
Yeah.
I said I'm still working my way through a bottle of cologne that I
Mate,
got about 2 years ago.
People love a good cologne. If you've ever wanted to get along with a lady, wear a nice cologne.
It's all about pheromones, mate.
Yeah, it is.
No, cologne is not pheromones though.
No.
Natural
So
scent.
you wear pheromones.
No, I don't wear pheromones.
So
I
you
have
admit you
pheromones.
stink. Put some deodorant on. You
No.
animal. I'm surrounded by stinky animals.
Not
I'm
me.
the only one who doesn't have to wear deodorant. You stink. That's why you wear deodorant.
No, I wear it because
'Cause you
I
stink.
work with
Yep.
other people and I'm trying to be polite
Yep,
and
but
hygienic.
so what would happen if you stopped wearing deodorant? Would you stink? That's why you wear deodorant. I don't stink. Don't wear deodorant. Checkmate.
Well, you have stunk in the past.
So
Yeah. When it's really hot, I'll wear it.
it's something about the bacteria on your body is what causes the bad smell. So by not using antiperspirant or whatever the deodorant is, it just resets your body's bacteria system or something.
Right.
I'm not
That's
a scientist,
strange.
so
Oh,
Aren't you?
that's shocking.
Dr.
that's
Brown.
Just my, that's just my 2 seconds of research.
Wait, so that Dr. Brown who's always on TV, that's not you?
no, me.
Oh.
I thought you were the hunky vet. He's not really a doctor, that guy.
I was
He's
thinking,
actually
what
a
would this
vet.
cunt know about deodorant? He's a fucking vet.
But he is a fucking
Sound off in
you're
the
an
comment
animal
section
anyway.
below. I would be honest, or would be like to know. I feel like it's something that most people wear, but a lot of people don't have to.
Oh,
If-
I think
'cause
you
like-
guys are in the minority, but maybe
Maybe.
not. Just going around this room, I'm shocked at the people I work with.
Lewis, did you
I
not
don't think I
notice
smell.
that I stunk last week?
Huh?
Did you not notice that I stunk last
Yeah, I
week?
noticed. Yeah.
And you didn't say anything.
Yeah. No. Isn't that rude?
I told Luke the other night, I was doing a test to see if anyone would.
I
Oh,
didn't
I
anything.
absolutely noticed. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't say because I didn't want to hurt your feelings.
Wouldn't have hurt
But you
my
were just
feelings.
performing an experiment on me. Now my feelings are hurt.
I
Maybe
would've
he is a
gone, yeah, I
scientist.
So
didn't
you
put
guys are
deodorant on
fucking
today.
insane. Do
Yeah,
you,
so
have you
well,
ever
there you
smelled-
go. So you need deodorant. I
Hang on.
noticed.
Have you
Did you
ever smelled
notice that
him?
I wasn't wearing it?
I noticed when you're not wearing it.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
So I just stink
So
every
you
day.
both stink like shit and you're assholes.
But yeah,
I can wear
I
it. Do you want
just
me to
think
wear it?
it's
I don't
so-
care. It doesn't bother
doesn't
me.
care.
I think it's so arrogant to just come into work going, I don't stink. I don't smell. It's like you must. You're a human. You must smell. It's just
But
arrogant.
some
to-
humans stink more than
But it's
others. Have you ever
arrogant to
been to a
think-
trading card store? Stinky cunts.
They don't want the I'm saying it's arrogant to just think you're above body odor.
I'm not above it. I just don't have it.
Oh, okay.
Well, we need to have an open policy on the show yet.
We
on
need
the
to get
show
someone in
now.
here to smell all of this.
Yeah. if one of us starts smelling, we have to bring it up now.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
And
Keelan,
I
last
think-
week, quite stinky.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I didn't put deodorant on at all last
Yeah.
week.
So
To be honest, I
experiment successful.
didn't sniff
noticed.
Keelan last week because I don't sniff him.
Well, I'm just
You
around.
need
it.
to stop sniffing our employees.
Should we have a sniff?
Maybe we come in every day. We go, hey,
Should we get a third party in to see if we smell?
no, because Jazz is the third party and she probably stinks too.
We get Jasmine's little brother. He's not mowing at the moment. He can come in and give us all a big sniff.
Let's just save it for next time. Okay,
Okay. All right.
boys. Another thing we have to bring up
Yeah.
from last week's podcast. Now, this is not going to shock anyone listening or watching. We are stupid. We are
Yeah.
smelly and stupid boys.
Yep. Stinky dumb cunts.
Stinky. Last week on the show. Now, at the moment, in the moment, I was the idiot.
Yeah.
But in hindsight, we were all idiots.
I would say that you have an out because you were in the moment. Often when you're asked a question like, name this, sometimes the pressure of answering the question hides the answer in your brain
Yes.
somewhere, right? So I'm almost going to give you a pass.
No, you guys are stupider because you
we're
laughed
worse.
at me.
Yeah, we're
for
way
it.
worse. Yeah.
So it got brought up. We're talking about animals that fly. We're talking about birds.
yeah.
And then we did a slow-mo replay of me trying to think. And I went, sorry, I was just trying to think of another animal
That flies.
that flies that isn't a bird.
Yeah.
And we all go, you guys are like, oh, you idiot. Like, as
Birds
if
are the only things that have the capability to fly. You idiot.
Even Ruben, who's supposed to be the smart one on the show, laughed at me and mocked me for it. And
Man,
then
you're vegan. You care about animals. You can't even name
sorry.
one.
it wasn't until the episode got
comment
posted
section.
and the comment section were like, are you guys stupid? What about insects?
Not an animal. Insects
Yes.
aren't animals.
Yes,
They're
they are.
insects.
That's like saying mammals aren't animals. They're mammals.
Yeah,
It's just
they're-
a type of animal.
No, I don't think an insect is an animal. I think it's an insect.
What? You think an insect is not an animal? For real?
Yeah. What's
It's
an
just
animal?
a type of animal. Animal is
Sorry.
like every living thing that's not a human or a plant.
Well, I said that
Right?
on my video. I said when I was talking about that woman thinking she's a deer, I said you're not an animal, you're a human. A lot of comments saying, well, actually, humans are animals.
Yeah.
Actually, bugs,
Okay.
insects are animals.
Yeah.
Oh, so
course.
animals just a living thing with a brain.
It's all living things.
How is this up for debate? How do
I
you
thought-
guys
This is
not know-
crazy. We need to move on because this is
I thought animals were just everything other than an insect.
this wasn't supposed to be the discussion.
Oh no!
An animal isn't a living orgasm.
1300
Having a bit of a read there.
Oh, man.
1300
I think I'm the
This
sound
button was a
effect.
good investment,
Yeah, I
wasn't
feel like it goes for too long. I feel like we just need to cut it back to the first loop.
A living organism that feeds on organic matter.
it? Okay, so
That's an
like
animal.
anything with a
Typically having
brain.
specialized sense organs. And
So a
nervous system.
plant is not. Does that mean those little Venus flytraps are animals?
I can look that up.
Anyway, turns out that we are stupid. There's
Really?
also bats,
Yeah, bats.
which
yeah.
are mammals. We looked up in the car.
I thought
Very
they were soup.
yeah. There's also I just looked up flying animals list.
Yeah.
Now some of these are gliders. Apparently squirrels glide.
That's glide. That's falling with style, Buzz Lightyear.
Yep. What about apparently there's flying snakes? Now they don't have wings, but they
I've seen them. They
I
jump.
think they
from
jump from
trees.
tree to tree.
Yeah, that's a glide falling with style, Buzz
Yep.
Lightyear.
What about a Japanese flying squid? How could something fly in water? That's
Flying
swimming.
Squid. That's swimming. Yeah, I would say that there's not many animals that can fly. A bat for sure.
Mm. Yeah, no, that's a swimming squid. Just
What
watch
other
the video.
animals other than insects can fly?
Well,
A
I'm just
bat?
going through the list.
I think it's pretty much just a bat
Sugar
insects.
glider.
That's a glider.
I brought up sugar glider, but obviously.
but no, they glide. That's
I
That's
think-
falling
right.
with style,
So I got
Buzz
close
Lightyear.
though. Is in my defense.
I think this list is fucked. Fox.
Fox.
What? They
Flying
just
fox?
jump.
Fox?
But they
Is
don't
that
they
why
glide?
it's
No, but
called
they
a
can't
flying
fly.
fox?
They can't fly. That's
No.
not flying. That's falling
That's
with
like
style.
that's
Buzz
like
Lightyear.
yeah.
No, but hang on. You know the things
As I
at
keep saying.
school camps, flying foxes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that why it's called a flying fox?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do they actually
because-
glide?
Yeah, they
What?
glide. Yeah, they in nature they set up a pulley system and the rope. And
Of
then
course.
set it up.
Yeah.
That's where the first
Pretty
flying
cool.
foxes
I think that's what
came
the
from.
movie
Very
Fantastic
dangerous
Mr.
because they were
Fox
for
is about.
foxes, not humans.
Oh, hang on. A
Apparently,
flying-
there's also
no,
flying geckos. But again, these are all just
They don't-
jumping
I
creatures.
feel like they're just gliding,
Mm.
guys. So we've really only missed one animal.
Dragonfly type of insect, though.
Insect, yeah.
Here's an interesting thing.
Yeah.
Flying foxes are a bat.
Oh, yeah. I've seen them
that's
at the zoo.
Because a
you
bat
knew
just
that.
looks like a fox with wings.
No, but anyway,
In a
guys,
bowler
we're
suit.
stupid. So just wanted to clarify that
Yeah.
we have realized our mistake, and
Yeah.
although
we're not sorry.
no, we're not sorry, and it's also not the dumbest thing we've ever said.
No.
But we don't really take responsibility for our mistakes on this
And
show.
yes, we will do it again.
Probably
Yeah. for
not
sure.
maybe with that, but
Mm.
I think we just proved how stupid
think
we are with you
Yeah.
doubting insects being animals. At least we were like, hey, no,
Yeah.
enough.
It wasn't a whole show moment.
No. Lewis,
Yeah.
something happened on TikTok.
Yeah, so I love this. This brings me back to like when I was like 16, 17, 18, just being a menace on the internet for fun. So Donald Trump's bringing back his rallies because the election campaign's on. And
So they're not social distancing anymore, America. They've given up.
I think Joe Biden is at his, but Donald Trump just posts photos of his rallies and they look really empty because they're social distancing and he's like making fun of him. So the leader of that country is making fun of people who socially distance and
Yep.
people who wear masks. So it's over.
Yeah, I saw what he said about it.
Yeah.
He said the dumbest thing. Jazz put it on her story. That's the only way I get political news is
Oh,
if your
yeah,
girlfriend
yeah. He
posts
said that was
about
at the rally that he held.
it. Yeah, he was just like, there was so many tests. He goes, there's so many tests and there's so many positive results coming back. So I just told him, slow down the testing. As if that will solve it. He's like, oh, the reason why
Yeah.
there's so many people coming up positive is because we're doing too much testing.
Do you think that could be the reason or could it be because you guys aren't doing it
dude,
at all?
Not testing them doesn't stop the problem. It just changes the stats.
Yeah. There was a real funny video of this like American guy just screaming in his car, like the classic American video of a dude with like Oakley's on screaming in his car about freedom, talking about how he won't wear a mask and how masks are evil and oppression and he doesn't have to wear a mask, all this shit. And he's in his car and he's wearing a seatbelt. Like, if phones were around back then, there would have been a guy in his car, no seatbelt. I don't have to wear a fucking seatbelt.
Yep.
It's my right. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Donald Trump's bringing back his rallies and he's making a big deal of it as he always does. We're going to have a huge rally. They're going to be bigger than Biden's, this, that. And they are not ticketed. So you're not buying tickets. It's free tickets. So the arena that he did was like a proper arena, tens of thousands of people. Do you know how many people were?
20,000.
The Wiggles had
I
sold
heard.
out previously.
I heard it was
Wiggles.
20,000.
I didn't know they were that big in America. I think it was like 17.5, something else,
Okay.
like 10 to 20,000 people, right? And so TikTok gets a hold of this and they just start reserving all of the free tickets. So it becomes like a trend on TikTok to just reserve all the tickets so that, people who want to come can't
Yep.
get their own tickets.
19,000 seats.
19,000, yeah. And the government responds to this by releasing 1 million tickets, and TikTok goes, "It's working. We're getting under their skin. Let's go harder." They reserve all of the tickets.
1 million.
Yeah, 1 million free tickets.
Jeez, that is the power of 13-year-olds.
Isn't it? Nothing else to
Amazing.
do. Anyway, only about 3,000 people actually showed up.
Oh, it looked like more than that in the video. It wasn't
The fire
Packed.
department said 3,000.
really.
Yeah.
Because it maybe looked half full in the videos.
But it's 3 tiers. So Billie Eilish
True.
posted a photo of her doing it, and it was like packed. And then the same photo from the same angle. You can't even see the
imagine,
top
like,
tier.
Pretty brutal that like the Wiggles can sell more tickets than
The
and actually
president.
sell tickets than the president.
Yeah.
You're not going great
I
if
know.
this is like people. I'll pay $70 for a fucking hot potato, but I don't
Yeah.
want to hear the president talk.
It is very funny. It's man, it's like it's what a redemption story that TikTok's had, huh? They started off as Musically, everyone was bullying anyone who had an account. Now they're fucking with the president.
I got recognized 3 times over the weekend as a TikToker,
Wow.
and I wasn't that ashamed of it.
How old were they?
One was like 28, 30.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, well, then it's over.
She
It's
served
taken
me.
over.
Meg was buying something in a shop, and she
Yeah.
goes, "You're a TikToker," and I went, I didn't know what to say. I went, "Yes." I mean,
Yeah.
I've never heard that phrase, like, because it's not my.
It's not a good phrase.
Some people just do TikTok,
Yeah.
so it's like they're a TikToker or a
Yeah.
YouTuber, and I'm like, oh, I post my stand up on TikTok.
Yeah.
That's like saying you're an Instagrammer,
Yeah.
which some people are. Some people just do Instagram. But yeah, she goes, "You're a TikToker." I went, "Oh yeah," because I didn't want to make a thing of it. And she goes, "No, she saw me hesitate. She goes, "No, you are. I've seen you.
Yeah.
I know you." And then she's like, "Oh," and then she like brought up my videos, and I was like, "Okay, great." And then like it happened on Omegle a bunch
Yeah,
last
Omegle,
week
yeah.
when we went on there, and it happened a couple other times where people like, "I've just seen your videos on TikTok."
Yeah.
No one talks about my fucking YouTube anymore. That's dead in the water, isn't it? Please go subscribe.
I'm
Try to
getting
hit
the opposite.
100K.
I was so ahead on the TikTok game. I was
Yeah.
like ahead of all the boys in the country. And then
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I was first.
Then
That's
you
good
you
enough.
gave up.
I couldn't work out what to do. I'm back on it though. I just now read me wrecking people in the comments, and that's going
That's good.
incredibly well for
I think
me.
I'm gonna do me wrecking those Instagram bots. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. I'm gonna have to do it now today. Oh, someone will steal that idea.
Yeah, they will. Well, the reason I started doing it was because
Everyone else does it.
someone took my screenshot and just put themselves in front of it and didn't even read it and just started doing the thing pointing at it. And it's like,
Yeah.
and that got like 500,000. I was like,
I
well, this will
suppose
go even better if I'm the guy and I read it. And it did.
Yeah, it went well. But yeah, TikTok's fuck. I don't know. I like it, but it's like,
I think it's great.
yeah, no, it is. It's ultimately it's great. I'm not complaining. It's just bizarre, and it doesn't make sense. As a person who's on the app trying to get big on it, I don't understand how it works. Still,
It's hard to
seems
gauge.
like potluck.
It's hard to gauge the value of a view or a follow as well. So, like on YouTube or a podcast is an even better example. You know, like if say for this one, you know, we got 7,000 people will listen to an episode. Like if we come to your city, you can guarantee pretty much all of those people will come.
Yep.
If you're in their area.
Yeah.
But like a TikTok that gets 1 million views.
Well, I mean, I was
is that
selling.
gonna
I was
move-
selling really well in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Like just before the tickets got cut off, I had about maybe 80,000 followers back then. Now
Yeah.
I've got 180. So now
I think we'll all
There's no-
see
there's
the
no-
effect of it next year.
who knows? Like if I notice a bunch of young people coming to my shows next year, I'll
Yeah.
put that to TikTok
Yeah.
because it's usually like maybe like 15 to 25 is usually like the age demo of my shows.
Yeah.
If it becomes like 13
Yeah.
to 25, I'll be like, oh, that's TikTok. And not a good thing though.
No, not when you're doing like proper
I don't want to be a
stand-up.
kid's. I'm not a kid's entertainer. Like, don't come if you're 13. I say fucking horrible things.
Yeah. I think like 15 at a minimum if you have cool parents.
Yeah, 15 if you got cool parents
And
or
you're
like
not
a
sheltered.
brother or sister.
Yeah.
But it's so weird when like a 14-year-old comes and I'm like, did you get it?
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have got it when I was that age.
Probably not. Although I used to go to like filthy shows when Mum used to take me when I was like 12.
Did you understand?
Not all of it, but I loved it.
Yeah,
I
okay.
did really like it. But
I think
then,
most of them just wanna meet
also
you.
look at me now. It's definitely corrupted me.
Yes. Yeah, but everyone's fucked these days. From the internet,
Yeah.
dude, the next generation is going to be there's going to be no in between. There's going to be a bunch of like social justice warrior
Yeah.
woke people, and then there's going to be fucking evil people who have corrupted minds from seeing horrible shit on the internet.
Well,
There's going to be no in between.
That actually is what's happening with social media because we had it before. We had a whole life. I had like 18 years before the phone took over my
I
life.
only had about 15.
Yeah. So I started paying attention to the phone a lot at 18. I
Yeah.
had it for a few years, but they only got good like 18.
Yeah.
They're like
Because
releasing.
I was younger, I got sucked in
Mm,
when it first came cool and available. Like,
yeah.
I had an iPod that I could like just go on the internet
Yeah. Right.
with, like an iPod Touch. It's
Um,
crazy.
And all these studies and shit is just proving that the internet radicalizes you one way or the other. It puts you in a box and they go, this person believes that. That's the only thing we're going to show them. And then it shows you the most extreme version of that belief system because that's what gets engagement, arguing and shit.
I don't believe in anything.
Well, that's
It's
probably why you
really
don't see it.
sad.
Mm.
Isn't that the sentence? Just going, I don't believe in anything.
Well,
Sometimes I think I'm like, why are humans here? What a waste of time this is. I mean, it's fun. I like it.
Well,
It's great.
maybe that's because you haven't been exposed to all of this shit. Like it's
I don't know.
like people are saying how good it is that people are getting into politics so young, but also you look at how much anxiety and depression is like skyrocketing in youth. It's because people from like 12, when they're not equipped to deal with anything and also can't
they
affect
go on
positive
Twitter and
change,
they read about how fucked the world is.
they're just bombarded with like I had to.
I think that's why I'm happy, because only
Yeah.
recently I've got into going on Twitter and
Yeah.
like reading. I've been trying to read the news,
Yeah.
and I don't think I'm
makes you sad. I mean, that's why when
happier
when
from it.
the Black Lives Matter stuff kicked off and all the police
Oh,
brutality,
that made me sad.
I stared at it for 2 weeks and it made me sad. I couldn't do my podcast because I couldn't think of anything funny. Like one morning I woke up, I read all this shit, and then I just almost started to cry. I was like, this is, I
Yeah.
am not doing anything positive for this. All it's doing is like ruining my week.
I think any type of negativity saps creativity for me.
Yes.
I mean, I know a lot of like musicians go like, man, I wrote this album about this dark time in my life, but in the dark time, you weren't creative. You were being a piece of shit doing
Yeah.
nothing, right? Which is fine if,
Mm.
whatever. But often people reflect back on the dark time and then
yeah.
spin a creative thing. Do you
Um,
disagree?
No,
I-
definitely not.
I think
Dude, there's no way. No one writes their best shit when they're like,
Yes, of course.
no, a lot of people
What?
do.
I mean,
It
just
may be
like
with
your
music.
typical
When I-
breakup album.
music's
yeah.
a different like expression though to
No,
what we do.
you know what? When I started, I
We
was
can't write sad comedy. There's no such thing as like
yeah.
deep,
That's
depressive
harder.
comedy.
yeah. I mean, when I
There is,
started,
I guess.
I was pretty angry and a little bit sad. But then I started to fix my life and I became real happy. And then I experienced this thing of like, oh, I actually, because I was this way before, I only knew how to create comedy in that emotional mindset, and now I'm in this one. It's different. You can still do it. It's just
I just-
different.
maybe
and
I just
what
can't.
what you create will be way different.
Yeah, it might just be a personal thing because I just like I will just be like, if I'm annoyed that day,
Yeah.
I'll just like be in a foul mood and I like don't feel like doing the podcast, or I'm like, oh fuck, I'm not gonna film today.
I can do it when I'm angry. I can't do it when I'm sad.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's weird.
Well, sadness doesn't channel into comedy.
No.
Not
Anger
at all.
does.
Yeah. Sadness music for
Yeah.
sure.
I can do like funny angry, like if I'm ranting about going to the
Mm.
Apple store. I can't do like for real angry, like and make it funny.
no.
Like if I'm genuinely annoyed at like
you have to
something
take a breather.
personal that happened in my life, I'll be
Yeah.
like, fuck, I'm pissed off. I cannot make that funny.
No.
Could you? No, no
No.
one could.
I don't
It's
think
just
so.
weird.
It's too real because people can tell. They listen to
Yeah.
it and they go, oh, he's not joking.
Yeah, I don't like when people do that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're pretending to be.
You're pretending to be funny. You're just mad.
All right. Anyway. Oh, fuck, we've hit a lull. Where's the horn?
You have something here.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Before you
Yeah.
start.
Great.
Thank you.
Thanks. So it was.
Oh,
Was
school's
that
out.
school bell?
Yeah, school down there.
Oh, there's a
Guys,
school.
it's
School's
lunchtime.
back.
Yeah.
Dad's birthday dinner on Friday.
Yeah.
Started talking around the family dinner table.
How many people were there?
6,
Mate, Daniel Andrews would be fuming.
but 4 of them lived in the house.
Okay, that's all right.
So only
No
2
worries.
people.
Were you social distancing there?
Of course.
Yeah, of course. The whole time.
The
So
whole
when
time.
you walk past the hallway, you have to build an extension to walk
yeah.
past each other.
I was like, "Get fucked, Dad, out of the way," and
Yeah,
I
that's good.
I threw something at him. So he.
How fun
No,
is
you
that?
don't have to
That's-
social distance indoors, by the way.
No, they want you to. I thought they want you to.
They want you to.
Yeah.
Really?
It's impossible.
That is an insane request, and
Yeah.
no one's doing it.
You don't have to, but they prefer if you did.
yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's a guideline, not a
Yeah.
rule.
Yeah. It's a suggestion.
Well, in that case, I wasn't.
Ooh.
I don't follow guidelines, man. I only follow strict rules.
Like wear deodorant.
Well, that's more of a guideline. So I do follow that.
Clearly more of a guideline.
Should be a rule though around here. And the conversation got brought up. I think my brother's girlfriend brought it up. She was like, "We're talking about." She met someone at the airport or something, kind of at like celeb spots.
Yeah.
And the conversation got brought up. Who's the most famous person you've ever met?
Yeah.
Now I'm sitting in the corner going, you guys aren't a chance. I've worked on mainstream radio.
I mean, we'd surely be up there.
Good luck.
Yeah.
You know, I waited till the end. I was like, everyone went around the table. But then I realized going around the table, I was like, okay, I'm going to make this an even playing field.
Yeah.
I'm not going to include anyone I've ever met through comedy or
Okay.
radio,
Oh.
through career.
Right.
Just out in the blue, kind of
'Cause
like what we
taking-
do in celeb spots.
Taking that away from me, because that takes away my Joe Rogan card. Gone.
Yes.
That's my big one. I mean,
Cursor?
Cursor. And then I met Dave Hughes when I was a child,
Yeah. Okay.
so not through comedy. He was at the footy.
Yeah, that's the thing because we've worked in the
Yeah.
building with Dave Hughes.
But that doesn't
a bunch
count.
of people like all
Yeah.
those celebrity interviews. Rita Ora, that's out.
Oh yeah, that's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's huge.
Even the Arnold thing, I didn't meet him, but I got punched in the chest by a security guard. Still my biggest claim to fame
Yeah, yeah. Wouldn't
Um,
say you met him.
no.
More assaulted by an employee,
of him.
contractor.
Yep.
Yeah, not even an employee, just a guy who was working that day.
Still pretty chuffed with it.
Guy doesn't even get benefits. You know?
Uh,
Not
so
even getting paid super.
Meg came out with one time I met Seal. That's a good one.
That's a big one. Yeah.
She met Seal backstage at some singing
Is he
thing.
making out with a flower?
No, he was not kissing a rose.
No.
It's from a rose.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
from the flower
Well, he
would have
can
been
kiss
kissing
back.
him.
He doesn't specify. So, well, that song's actually about sexual assault. Stop it! No! Ow! The thorns!
It is.
Yeah. Poor Seal. That's why his face is so fucked up.
Then a few more people came out. Mum didn't have any great ones. She had a
Yeah.
few ones from like the 80s. I think she met Russell Gilbert from Hey Hey
Uh.
Saturday, Daryl Braithwaite, a couple of people like that.
Yeah.
Then Dad came out with a real obscure one. He goes, I don't know if this counts, but I played social volleyball with Glenn Robbins for a few years.
What the
Oh.
fuck?
And I was like, what? And he goes, yeah, it was just a friend of a friend, and we played volleyball for my team.
That's so
And he goes,
weird.
he was at one of his mates. He goes, he was at Ian's wedding, I'm pretty sure. And I was like, what do you mean? I'm like, so would Glenn Robbins know you? And he goes, I don't know. It depends if he still recognizes me. He goes, it was a while ago. But it's just funny that he goes, I don't know if this counts. I'm like, Dad, Russell Coit, Kath and Kim,
That's so
it's
strange.
Australian royalty. That counts. I mean, I've met Glenn. No, I've never met him. I've just seen him at the radio station. I've never.
Oh, I haven't
talked
even
to
seen him there.
I've never talked to him. No,
Yeah.
but that's a good one. That beat
That is
me.
good.
Because my best one, I thought about it. I was like,
Yeah.
take out everything else out of the equation. My best one is when I was 10, I met Ricky Ponting at the airport.
Ooh, that's pretty
No,
good.
it's not. I didn't even follow cricket as a
What
kid. I
is,
didn't give a fuck.
What about if we're talking like interaction level, not in comedy? I've got my best.
One time we met Bryn Edelston, but that was at the Comics Lounge.
Yeah, she had weird hands.
She had very clammy hands.
Yeah,
we
very
think that
strange
old
hands.
bloke, Jeffrey, was it Jeffrey Edelston?
Epstein, yeah.
No, was it Edelston though?
Elston,
Yeah, Edelstein.
Yeah, he must have a sandpaper dick because her
Yeah,
hands were fucking
very coarse.
coarse.
Yeah, coarse as fuck.
No, it was weird.
It's really
Yeah.
turned me off just thinking about shaking her hand.
Yeah.
Remember, I did it, and then
And you
I
said
think I went-
warning, her hands are really clammy.
I think I went shake her hand.
and I said, and I was like, no, they're not clammy, they're rough.
rough sandpaper. Yeah, Jeffrey Edelstein's got a strange
No,
gob.
not Edelstein. You're mixing them.
Edelston.
Yeah.
Bryn Edelston.
Edelstein.
Oh, Ray Edelston. Whatever, guys. I can't think about it anymore. Think about her hands. Fuck, dude. I think the best interaction outside of comedy. I played FIFA with Ed Cavalier when I was 12, 13.
What?
Yeah.
He's nice. I mean, we've spoken
He's
at the radio,
lovely.
but again, another radio thing.
No, when I was 12.
No, that's good for you, but
Yeah.
like, I'm just saying that would have been great because
Yeah.
he seems like a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was very
don't-
nice.
How did you meet him?
He's
My-
like family friends with Jules Lund.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
My cousin's boyfriend lived with Ed.
Oh,
Anyway, it's a good one. I was just wondering if you guys have any good ones, like outside of doing
outside
this
of
job.
work,
You've never met anyone famous.
No.
That's odd to not run into anyone. Like, I saw Andrew O'Keefe at the airport.
Not many famous
That was
people in
cool.
Franga.
Last year I saw.
Oh, sorry. No, you go.
Sorry.
Actually,
Last year you saw who?
Tom Gleisner at the airport.
Is that the guy who hosts Have You Been Paying
Mhm.
Attention?
Oh,
Jeez, that's not good. Is
No, well, he's not like.
He's funny. I love his work, but it's
Yeah.
not great, is
It's
it?
funny. It's not huge.
No, it's not.
I think
much.
I was ashamed of Ricky Ponting at the airport, but now I'm thinking that's
What about famous conversation? Ever had a conversation with a famous person outside of this?
I don't think so.
well, my original one was Sam Newman, the guy from the Footy Show
Mm,
who got
that's
fired
good.
the other day.
Oh, he did get fired.
He was at the coffee
He
club in
looks
Frankston.
that's good.
Incredible for 73. All that racism must be keeping him young.
He's got a lot of Botox.
Yeah, that must be it. And he's
No,
wearing,
he's
is he
admitted
wearing a wig? I was looking.
Yeah,
me and
he's-
Jazz were looking at his hair. We were
He's
like,
plastic. He's talked about it a
Right.
lot.
Oh, that's
you can see
Man, he's got a good
Look
surgeon.
at a before and after. No, look at a before and after photo. His surgeon is not that great.
Maybe he
You're
only
just
looks
used-
awesome on TV.
You're just used to seeing how he looks now because he's had it for about 5 years.
right.
Anyway, I just thought that Dad's Glenn. I don't know if anyone can beat that. Social volleyball with Glenn Robbins. I mean, surely someone in the comments probably could. But I guess it goes back to celeb spots. This is not celeb spots. It's celeb
This is
conversations.
Celeb
Celeb interactions.
conversations. Yeah. So mine's FIFA with Ed
Let's
Cavalier.
let's do 1 week of celeb interactions.
Yeah.
LukeandLewis5@gmail.com.
Now this is not saying hi and taking a
and
photo.
it can't be through your career in entertainment. For example, if you work in sport, I'm not counting a sporting person.
No, this has to be like
'Cause my
your
dad-
I played volleyball.
My dad had
I-
a few sporting ones. He
Yeah.
goes, "Oh, Tony Lockett, coached my high school footy team."
No.
Like, but it's like, yeah, you're playing footy, and he's a footy player.
Yeah. This
Doesn't
has to
count.
be like proper.
Just in
Coincidental
random
chat.
at a cafe. He was behind me. Went
Yeah.
to church. Whatever was there. Something like that.
Yeah.
Saw Kanye at my church. Stuff like that.
Yeah. That's organic.
That would be good.
Yeah. I think
Even when you went to LA, you didn't see anyone. Oh, I think I saw, but again, it wasn't interaction. I think I saw Anthony Kiedis on Venice Beach, but I'm not.
that's cool.
I'm only like 70% sure when I think about.
No, when I was LA, I didn't interact with him, but I saw LL Cool J.
I wouldn't even recognize him.
Uh,
Didn't we get someone do that as a celeb spot on the radio once?
No, you've done that on the show before. You've said that.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
it
said
was
that.
me.
Cool. Anyway, guys, celeb interactions. Let us know. LukeandLewis5@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
If you can top my dad's Glenn playing volleyball with Glenn Robbins.
that's
Good luck.
pretty good. Yep.
One
What
more
famous
thing.
person have you played FIFA with?
I think everyone can top that.
I don't know.
I think Ricky Ponting at the airport is better than playing FIFA with Ed Cavalier.
No,
Yes.
not when you're 12. I played FIFA
Ricky
with
Ponting
him.
when you're 12 is probably more
Yeah,
awesome.
but he was at the airport. You saw him. Did you talk to him? Did you play FIFA
I
with
have
him?
a photo with him. The photo exists somewhere.
Mate, you didn't even play that
Maybe
cricket
it was at a
board game with him.
cafe. Because I don't think I'd ever been on a plane at this point. I hadn't been on a plane until I was like 10.
Why were you at the airport?
Well, then I think it was at an airport. I don't know.
Why the fuck
Oh no,
would you
it
be
was
at
at
an airport?
Crown.
Crown.
It was at Crown. Ricky Ponting at
fly there?
Crown.
Why were you at Crown?
Not in the pokey bit, like Crown in Melbourne. It's like a
Food
big.
bit.
I don't know. I just have this photo. I'm wearing glasses
Yeah.
and I think a Christmas T-shirt. It's really embarrassing. It's a lame photo.
Right.
I'm not proud of it. Anyway, I think it was at Crown maybe.
Yeah.
I was 8 or 10.
There are a lot of pilots around, so you were confused.
I just thought it was at the airport because that's where they are. That's where celebs hang out.
Yeah, I guess so.
guess
Guys,
that's how I got
I think we're going to end it there. That's the end of the episode.
Oh, is it?
There's 20 socks left, so buy your sock.
Yep.
The Mega Peg's going in the last 180
This
something
one,
orders.
quite a big novelty peg for
Yep.
people listening.
Jasmine does the shipping, so it'll be completely random.
About 2/3 the size of my hand, 3/4 the size of my hand, just
Yep.
to give some kind of scale of how mega that peg is. Big peg.
Quite a big peg. Guys,
Peg.
thanks for listening. Join us on Patreon if you want 2 bonus episodes every single month and to join the Discord. And we got movie night coming up soon as well.
What are we watching, Keelan? Looney Tunes
I
back in
reckon,
action?
Kangaroo Jack, but
Oh.
everyone in the Discord's telling me
Everyone
no.
was really against that. See, did
But
we
I-
talk about when we watched the Looney Tunes movie? And we didn't talk about this on the show. So we're doing movie night with the Patreon supporters where we all watch a movie on Netflix at the same time. We're in a voice chat. It's great fun. Now I'm watching Looney Tunes. And,
Oh yeah, what the
and
fuck?
how long's the movie, do you think?
Like
kids
an
movie.
to
Hour
2
and a
hours.
half.
No, I reckon it's like a long kids movie. It was like a 2-hour
It
kids
was like
movie.
2 hours. I would say
2
like
hours, 'cause
50, way past halfway.
No, you were about. It was up to the final scene, like the final battle.
Oh, that's right.
fight
Yeah,
scene.
the
You're
final
about
scene.
1 hour 30 into the film.
And then I go, hang on, this isn't Space Jam? The whole time I was sitting there waiting for the basketball game to start. I was like, where the fuck's Space Jam? Because I was
Have you
thinking,
never seen Space Jam?
no, I've seen bits and pieces. I've never
Right.
watched it all the way through. So I've only
Okay.
seen flashes of it, and it's just like Looney Tunes characters with
Michael
humans.
Jordan.
So I
But
thought,
Michael Jordan is like the main character. So weren't you thinking like, man, why is Steve Martin in this and not Michael Jordan?
I don't know. I was just waiting. I was just waiting for it because I remember everyone says like Looney Tunes is an amazing. I mean, Space Jam's an amazing
Dude.
film, but I wasn't enjoying.
It was
Looney Tunes at
incredible.
all.
I missed a whole scene because we're all watching. So the way it works, we're all in voice chat while also watching a movie. It's pretty fucked, but it's fun, right? You're
Yeah.
all chatting over the movie. So it's like better to watch a movie that you've already seen.
Yeah,
Because like I hadn't seen Looney Tunes back in action because we were talking to all the Patreon people.
it took out the whole chat for. About
I have
10
to have
minutes.
subtitles on. And I'm trying to read while talking, and I had no fucking idea what happened in that movie.
Yeah.
But it was great because we're all just chatting away. Then everyone kind of goes silent for a bit, and then Lewis goes, "Wait, this is not Space Jam, dude?" Everyone laughed for like 5 minutes straight. I missed an entire scene because everyone was like, I think a few people thought it was a bit. A few people realized that Lewis is this dumb.
Yeah.
I realized that you were this dumb. I was like, dude, I cannot. I had to apologize on behalf of the show because I was like, we've organized this event.
Yeah.
And
Whole
Lewis,
time I'm sitting there waiting. Like, where's the fucking monster
it
team?
just shows how little you know what's going on. Like
Yeah.
often I'll be messaging you and be like, "Oh, movie night's in an hour," and you go, "Oh, is that tonight?" And
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yes."
Yeah.
And you just go, "Oh, I'm gonna make myself available."
You go,
Cancel
yeah, we're
plans."
watching Looney Tunes. I'm like, right, Space Jam, got it.
Oh, man, it's amazing.
Can we do a poll in the Discord
Yeah.
between two movies, either Happy Feet or Shark Tale?
Oh, definitely Shark Tale.
Shark
Fuck
Tale.
Happy Feet. I hate
Happy
that
Feet
movie.
sucks.
It's the shit,
Okay.
dude.
I thought that was
Superior,
gonna be harder.
superior surf movie.
Let's make
Oh, sorry,
a-
Penguin movie. Surfs Up with
Haven't
Chicken
seen
Joe.
it.
I love
Oh,
Surf's
it's a
Up.
banger.
Oh, it Surf's Up on here.
It's
actually.
definitely top 5 kids movies
I
I've ever
thought Happy
seen.
Feet was beloved.
I
Yeah,
think it
by
is beloved,
losers
but it sucks.
who like tap dancing penguins.
Yeah. Oh,
Directed by George
oh,
Miller.
Penguin movie
Somebody
better go with a
to
gimpy leg.
Do you
Who wants
guys-
to watch that?
Do you guys know the guy who directed Mad Max?
Yeah,
Oh, really?
good on him.
What a step
Crazy.
up.
And isn't
He finally.
Oh, he
wa-
did. No, he did
He-
Mad Max first,
No, but-
Oh, what a step down.
and then went back to Mad Max after.
Good.
Yeah, it took him a
Redemption.
while, but he eventually figured it out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we can watch the Emoji Movie.
Oh, that's good. I've seen it. It's
yeah,
fucking
okay, let's do a vote
crap.
between those three films.
Okay, Emoji Movie, Happy Feet, or Shark Tale?
Shark
Are
Tale.
all of those on Netflix though? 'Cause
All of
we-
those are on Netflix.
Okay,
yeah.
great.
You know how your grandma had 3 movies on VHS as a kid?
Yeah.
My grandma had Chicken Run,
Yeah.
Shark Tale, and this really old film called The Great Race.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where these people like race around. It's like a
I
40s
think my
or
grandma
50s
also
film.
had The Great Race.
Yeah,
That's a
it's-
grandma film.
And it was like they were all taped where ads in between. So you'll get like a Zoot review, and then it would just
Oh.
no, but like it
oh,
would
taped
the,
off TV.
the ads were cut
That's
out.
right, I
So
remember
like
that.
it would be like next on Shark Tale, and then the ads would cut, and it would.
Yeah.
So they were recording it. Remember, you used to record movies
Man,
on TV.
I remember
you
that
stop
shit.
recording the ads, and you start recording again.
Yeah.
Crazy shit.
Fuck. Anyway, guys. See you on TikTok. Bye.
What?
That's the end of the episode. We
Okay.
have TikTok.
Oh, we
now.
do have a TikTok now.
Yeah, we should. Maybe we'll talk about it next episode. Bye.
Anyway, follow it.